Build an iguana cage. One of the most popular reptiles that people own as a pet is the iguana. Iguanas are exotic pets that you can keep in a cage and take out once in a while. They may not run around like dogs and cats, but some people enjoy looking at them and observing their habits. To properly care for your iguana, they must be kept in a cage spacious enough to roam around in. The cage has to be well constructed and won't pose as a danger to them when they are inside. Do some planning. First, you have to know how to properly care for your iguana. Go online and get as much information as you can about the iguana and especially their habits. Plan where to set up the cage so you know if you'll have enough space to build a large enough cage. The area should get a lot of sunshine since the iguana loves to bask in the sun. Make sure the area is well ventilated too, so clear out any obstructions before constructing the cage. Design the cage on a piece of paper and figure out how much of each type of material is needed. List down the materials and tools you will need to construct the cage and purchase the materials from your local hardware. Construct cage walls. Build 5 frames for the walls and 1 door using 2x2 lumber and wire mesh. Cut the pieces of wood to the right length using a saw. The length of the wood will be dependent on the overall size of the cage. A cage that is 6 feet high and 4 feet wide is large enough for the iguana to live in. Assemble the 2x2s to build the frame by applying wood glue on the ends that would meet and then nail them together. Measure the wire mesh to the exact size of the frame and cut to fit with metal cutting snips. Place the wire mesh on the frame and attach it with a staple gun. You may have to drive the staples down with a hammer to secure the wire mesh in place. Assemble the cage. When you have constructed all 5 frames and the door, you can begin to assemble the cage. Use a clamp to hold 2 frames in place while you screw them together. Make sure they are properly aligned so you won't have to redo them after they are screwed in place. Once all the frames are assembled, you can start to attach the door. Use the clamp again to hold the door in place and then position the hinge on the door and frame. Screw the hinges in place and attach the latch. Remove the clamps and double-check the assembly. You can put a petrified tree inside the cage that iguanas can climb in. They will also need heating accessories like a heating lamp that you can attach inside the cage. Remember to provide plenty of water for them to cool down in when they get too hot. Quick tips: you can build a small door at the bottom of the cage so you can easily place food inside. Useful links: heating lamps for iguana.